Good morning. Welcome to Unity Longmont Spiritual Center on the 14th of July, 2024. We are blessed to have Reverend Dan Kendrick with us today as our speaker, and our musician is Teresa. So thank you so much, Teresa Storch, for being here. We'll start with you.
I was feeling this song this morning. This Hand Against My Fist, you might know it. So I've lived with my dial up to 9. My gauge, can you hear the guitar? Okay, well up past the red line, my hand against my fist, hand against my fist, my hand as I resist. So I've learned I can lie all the time. Once I've earned it, they would still believe the next time. My hand against my fist, hand against my fist, my hand as I resist. Water falling down on my face. Is this place real or just a miracle? Could we be made full of grace? What is that pounding my hand against my fist? Hand against my fist, my hand as I resist. Ego will not land here, and not if I can stand it. It's the smell of fear to my mind. This time I won't go blind. When is it enough if the stuff of the world holds my hand? My hand against my fist. So I scale the wall made by me for one last look at that ocean view I've seen in my life, and never in my dreams. My dreams appeared like water on a desert sand, never noticing the gift was right there in my hand against my fist, hand against my fist, my hand against my fist, 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 hand against my fist. But I found what I wanted all along. It's no great epiphany to somewhere in a song. Oh, I found what I wanted all along. It's no great epiphany to something in a song. I heard my hand against my fist, my hand against my fist, my hand against my hand against my.
Thank you, Teresa. Let's go into prayer together by taking a breath. Being fully aware of our minds, our bodies, and our sacred hearts. Let's pause for a moment and imagine our wonderful country at peace. Imagine loving kindness. Imagine gentleness and respect. If there's someone you would like to share all of that with, let them come to your mind, to your heart. And notice as you share these wonderful attributes, how it affects you. When we are kind, our body is at peace. When we are loving, our mind is at peace. So thank you, beloved presence, for our ability to add to our country, to shift feelings, to go in a better direction at this time. And so it is. We will hear from Teresa.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Teresa. What a lovely choice of music to share. Thank you. And it's at this time that we open our hearts and minds to hear from Reverend Dan Kendrick. Good morning, Dan. Looking forward to hearing what you have to share.
Well, good morning, everyone. I feel like Teresa said it all in her songs. So maybe mine will just be commentary on the subject or my take. There's a number of things in the songs, at least two things I got was something about fist in my hand, I resist, as one approach, which I have my own personal experience of taking that approach to life. And then the other part is I say to myself, what a wonderful world. If I ask myself, have I ever said to myself, have I ever said that to myself? What a wonderful world. And my answer to that question would be, yes, I have said that to myself. Do I say that to myself all the time? The answer to that question is no, not all the time. Sometimes I'm saying other things to myself. And then not only do I have myself and my points of view going, but I have people around me with their points of view. I was sitting with a friend the other day. We were watching the news and Trump came on, and I already knew they had an edge towards Trump. And I forget that there was some news about him, but my friend yelled out, "We're blank." We're screwed, something. I won't use exact words. I mean, we're very forceful. Of course, I immediately said deflect. I use that term in case I say something to myself that I don't necessarily want to hold on to and create something around it. Or if someone else is with me, usually I don't say deflect out loud. That particular time, I said it out loud. So there's so many different points of view as to what's going on in the world, depending on who you talk to. And then as you were singing the song, Teresa, by the way, can you hear me? Okay, just want to make sure. As I was listening to you sing the song, and I say to myself, what a wonderful world, I was envisioning God saying to himself, herself, it, whatever pronoun you want to use, looking onto this wonderful world God has created and saying, what a wonderful world. And when and it's one thing just to say the words, but what if it's true? Is this a wonderful world? I mean, we do have some, like scripture. We've got other points of view, but it did say in the scripture, God created it and said it's good. So how do I look at that? Well, I look at it as if I'm seeing something less than good, or if I'm looking at this world and thinking it's something less than wonderful, then it's only telling me I've got more work to do. Because I would see my work personally is to work to bring myself where I'm seeing this world, I'm seeing creation through God's eyes. I guess an affirmation along those lines, my eyes are God's eyes, my ears are God's ears. My heart is God's heart. And I would add to that, and I'm in the process of making that so for myself. And how am I making that so for myself? Well, I think very simply put, I'm living life. I'm living this life. It's such an interesting contrast, I think, in our day and age to say, isn't it a wonderful world? And mean it and look out. Well, with that song, I don't know if you remember the movie Good Morning Vietnam. Robin Williams starred in it. And there was a segment where they played this song, and it was the background for bombing and killing going on. And it was just like an amazing juxtaposition of what a wonderful world, but at the same time seeing bombing, shooting, killing going on. So I have ample opportunity to practice, particularly in this day and age, seeing the wonderfulness that is going on. My wife texted me Thursday morning that she just tested herself and she had COVID. We live in a 2-bedroom and an office condo, so it's pretty close quarters. So it's not only global test, it really can get down to a personal, how are you going to handle this? My first reaction when I got the text was this feeling in my solar plexus, butterflies in my solar plexus, like, oh no. So I immediately started working with myself, like, well, how am I going to handle this? And I decided this is what's happening. Kate's in the other room right now. She's in our bedroom. I'm living in the living room. She's got her office, so she can get to her office. But I'm not wearing a mask right now because we've got an air purifier, thank God. It's going on full blast. And so far, so good for me. I'm taking care of her, preparing her meals and whatever else she wants. I said, I'll bring anything to you anytime. Just please stay in your bedroom. But just let me know 24/7 if you need something. And with getting that news, I had to watch my mind. And in terms of how am I going to work with this inside myself? And my mind can go off in many different directions. I mean, one part of I call it ego personality. I wanted to know how she got COVID, and maybe let her know that maybe she wasn't being as careful as she could have been. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just saying that's in there, and I could have gone off on that tangent. I was walking actually last week also. It was in the evening, about 7 o'clock. Kate had gone up I think it was a week before, she had gone up for a hike in Estes. I was by myself, and I took off for a little walk around the neighborhood. And it's very familiar territory. And as I started walking, I kicked into a rather familiar story, like, oh, here I am, Longmont, Colorado. I'm alone. In other words, I was walking by myself. Which the alone part's not so bad, but then I said, and I'm feeling lonely. That's where it started kind of going downhill, like, oh, I feel lonely and I feel a little isolated. And it started going into a very familiar story that I've probably gone into many, many times with myself. But on this particular walk, I very calmly had another awareness come in, and it was something like this. What would happen? I asked myself a question. What would happen, Dan, if you drop the stories you're telling yourself about what is going on? What would happen, Dan, if you drop the stories you were telling yourself about what was going on? With that question, I said, well, let me give that a try. So I dropped that story as I started to find out what happened. As I dropped a story, I became more present in the moment where I was. And where was I? I was on a walking path in Longmont, close to my house, having a walk. Occasionally, I'd see a person walking a dog and meet them going the other way. And I came into this place of the realization, like, Ben, this is it. This right now is all you've got. This is the sum total of your life right now. Is it okay with you? Are you okay? And part of me goes, well, of course not. I need more. Another story. You get it? Another story telling myself, I need more. Well, if I am telling myself I need more and it's not here, that's going to set me off on down another whole rabbit hole of dissatisfaction. I don't have what I want. I need more. I need another person here with me. I need the world to be different. I need to be in a place other than Longmont. If I found myself in another city, then I would tell myself I need to be in some place other than this city. And then if I found myself in that city, I need to be in another place other than this city. The country needs to be in a different shape. The stories I have are endless. But it was a wonderful thing to come to this awareness of what would happen if I dropped the stories I'm telling myself about what is going on? And I realized what happened was I came present to this moment now and realized right now everything is just fine. I'm breathing in and out. I don't have demands against life, against God, against somebody. Those are gone. And what I have right now is enough. That's a good one I find to try on for size. What I am experiencing now is enough. I have everything I need at this moment in this now. I have all the loving I need. I have plenty of fresh air to breathe. I have a body that's functioning. So obviously I hit a blank spot. But I figured, why not, a little moment of silence, maybe see what else. I was at Walmart a couple of days ago. It's at the checkout. And there's a gentleman in front of me who he had a limp. I noticed that much. And as he was checking out, I noticed he was kind of slow and wasn't in any big hurry. Right when I got to the checkout line, he was there was about 10 feet between him and the next person. So he was way at the end. I got behind him. I said, "Are you in line?" And he said, "Yeah." He says, "I'm just checking to see if anything else opens up quicker." But I'd already checked everything, but he stayed there. And he had a couple of items he checked out, but I noticed he's very slow. Took his credit card out very slowly, put it in. Finally, he got checked out, and the cashier started checking my things. And next thing I know, he is standing right next to me as the checker's checking through my things. And he asked the checker, can you break a $50 bill for me? 2 20s and a 10. And the checker said yes. And I looked down and I noticed he was only using his right hand. And he was very slow again. Very slowly got his wallet out. He had his wallet in the middle of my things, right? I did recognize this is probably a test for me. God was playing with me a little bit, like, let's see how you handle this. See if you walk in your talk. He finally got his $50 bill out. The cashier gave him his change, slowly put his wallet back together, and then walked out. Well, I checked out very quickly. And as I was going out, I caught up to him and I started talking to him, asking, I said, it looks like you got an injury there. And he said, yeah, I was attacked 22 years ago. My left arm is paralyzed. You wouldn't know it because it looks like just regular. My left arm's paralyzed. I've been in rehab for 22 years. Now see, I had all my stories lined up to tell myself about what I thought was going on. But I didn't have all the information. Had I had all the information, I would have take all the time you want. And do you need anything? Can I help you in any way? I'm realizing one great advantage God has is that he has all the information. He knows everything about it all. And she, again, is working with every person here to bring them into the same place where they've got all the information they need so that they can see clearly, hear clearly, love more dearly, and move into this acceptance that is more than a concept, but it's an actual knowing that everyone's unfolding. Everyone's a spiritual being unfolding, and everyone is under God's direction. No exceptions. Everyone's got a plan, and that plan's being worked out through them, no exceptions. And when I can see that and know that we're all unfolding into the spiritual promise that's been promised us, which is to realize ourselves as a divine being, then I can look out on this world. Not only this world, but I can look on my world and say, what a wonderful world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. What a wonderful world. And we will hear from Teresa.
I'm lonely. I'm tired. And I'm giving up the fight in my head. And I'm grounded. And I'm surrounded by the beauty I know I'll forget. So please this time, oh God, this time, oh this time, please let me remember it. Well, I'm lonely, I'm happy, and I'm letting go of the things I regret. I'm simple, I'm single, yet I'm getting all that life has to give. So please this time, oh God, this time, oh this time, please let me remember it. So now I'm driving through a valley with the Mississippi shining like glass. And I watch a baby spider spin his home between my window and my dash. Jeff Buckley is on the radio, showing me the way out of the past. Now I see you, you're smiling, and you listen to the words that I say. And I'm happy, 'cause I am surrounded by the beauty that is everything. Please this time, oh God, this time, oh God, this time, oh this time, please let me remember it. Ooh, ooh.
Thank you, Teresa. Let's go into our donation of love and light, again by taking a breath. Let us remember who we are. Let us remember we reside in a field of full potential. And part of that is this love and light that we are made of, our essence. And one of our many choices is to share that, to simply make a decision that, this love, this light, it may serve someone else. We can choose someone else specifically, or we can choose to share it with the world and trust that it goes where it is most needed. So let us remember who we are. And so it is. We will hear from Teresa.
I'm grateful to the mountains for reminding me I'm small, showing me the way to hold my head up tall. I'm humbled before nature's painting picture perfect scenes on this canvas that we live in and is constantly changing. And I love this world, this world. I love this home. Oh, oh, wide world. I'm grateful to the paper and the pen with which I write, for being midwife to my thoughts, bringing them to life. I'm humbled by the muses they've given me, these songs that have helped me through my days and made my nights seem not so long. And I love this world, this world. I love this home. Oh, oh, wide world. I'm grateful to my parents for bringing me to earth, my family, friends, and lovers for showing me what my life is worth. And I'm humbled by this moment, 'cause it's all we ever have. The power that's within it to give us peace, peace at last.